Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Mystics MMOs. I'm your host, Mystic Raven. It is too early. Oh my god, it's too early to do all of this. It's so early. I have so much to do. I've already drank my coffee. I've got my well, I still have it, but oh god. Anyways, my boy Irish better be getting with me today. He better be getting with me because today is ICP. It is ICP day, and I know Irish wants in ICP on this platform. See, he's a PS4 player, but he's also a PC player. And recently he's been dedicating a little bit more time to the PC. I appreciate that because today I hopefully will get to run ICP with him to help him out. I don't need anything from ICP, so everything I get will go to him. And I know there's at least one set he wants, particularly maybe two on this platform. So I'm looking forward to hopefully, if he's got time this afternoon, depending on his schedule, the man's a busy man, we can run some ICP together and we can get him those items that he's looking for. So I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully. But in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and do randoms. Why? Because I need transmutation all day, every day. It don't stop. So we just snuckle through it. Get those transmutation. Now they're normal, I mean, granted, but they're 10 per. So I'm farming transmutation, and it's easier to do it on normal. You go through it faster, you acquire more, and to be honest, my progression is working out insanely well because I'm, been like, I'm helping lobies, but at the same time, getting my stuff done. You're not racing me. I don't think I need the quest in here. Just you never lose. It'll die. It's dotted. I hate when they just skip though. These motherfuckers get on my nerves. And I know everybody's in a hurry, so am I in a way, but holy fuck. Such disrespect. And then they wonder why, whoa, we can't get into the store. What the fuck? Well, duh. Dipshits. Dude, seriously, I'm about to kick your fucking ass out. I mean, it's normal, we know. Uh-oh. I missed it. See, what people don't understand when you do that, you're also being inconsiderate of people in the drop rate, if they're trying to do the quest, if they're trying to keep up. And really, like, half the time, I just want to kick people out. Because, not because they're wanting to go fast, because they're just being inconsiderate. And they don't realize that they are being inconsiderate. Yes, it's normal. Yes, I know you're bored. But, like, if somebody was to miss this boss because of some stupid shit, you know, that's not cool. So, if you're ever in a run, just be considerate, you know, of another person, you know, especially new players, you know. I feel like majority of the time, new players leave because of obnoxious vets, and that's the truth. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but vets get a little obnoxious because they played the content, it's normal, they're like, yeah, I'm a badass, and it's like, yeah, but listen, man, you gotta understand, man, there's new players here all the time. So, you want to try to guide them, not, you know, be a dick. Says the man who is typically a dick. Way to go. At least we got it.
The master. Surrender and I'll devour you quickly. Rise, minion.
Dude, didn't even get this help, poor bastard. Now if I can loot it, this fucking Atro will get out of my way. Alright, I'm out. At least we got our stuff. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Now, because Irish, most likely I will hook up with him. I don't know how many runs we're going to need actually. I'm going to save every tune for it. So this way, I don't, you know, I don't know how many tunes he has. I know he has at least one, but I don't know specifics of anything. So I'll just keep a tank, you know, ready, standby, you know, healers ready, standby, things like that. So we'll get it though. We'll get her. Oh, man, I'm telling you. It's going to be a long day. I should get 2 more pieces done on my which healer? Oh yeah, starting to work on the Templar healer, I think. Oh no, the Necro. The Necro will be done today, so I should have that posted tonight, along with following the Bitter Winds. Early next week, the Templar by Monday evening or Tuesday morning. So we're working on it. We're getting her done. Not only, I think I need 2 or 3 pieces left on the Necro. I think it'll be done tonight. I think it should. If not, tomorrow morning, for sure. And then tomorrow, I'm also going to be streaming. Tomorrow during the day, I'll be streaming the PTS. So I'm going to log on to PTS for a few hours. We'll go over the overland, starting location. We'll go over, as much as possible. I'll pre-make, a max character. I don't want to start. I mean, the nice thing about the area is you can actually start it as a new tune. But I really want to cover, pretty much like the overlands, where you can find these companions. Try to focus in on that. I want to check out a couple of the items if I have access to them. So the mythics, hopefully we take a look at a couple of new sets. If they're running trials, they usually run like random, like especially on weekends, like trial groups. So I'll probably form, get a healer put together sometime, probably maybe this weekend, hopefully. We'll see if we can get a trial going in, or DPS, either or. And then, man, a DLC one, fuck. I mean, at least I'll get the quest, I'll get the skill point, whatever.
Reminder, not Gesh.
Okay, I've got to drop a quest. We can drop that.
Agreed.
Okay.
them in shackles!
I don't even care at this moment. I'm just trying to get through this. Keog.
I guided the first group back to the swamp. You
Keog.
When I get up, your
Foes will make fine mortar.
Street, Jacine, we are here to rescue you.
Trudon has broken her bonds. Or suffer.
Oh shit! Just shield everybody. Everybody's missing a day. It's definitely not how it's supposed to go.
I am here. You draw its attention while I...
Never mind.
Good job.
What have you done?
It is Nakash. We have killed your pet. Release the rest of the Susanil tribe. Or suffer the same fate.
I won't skip the one part. It's just too much of a bitch. Hold on. Oh. Yep. Not that way. I forgot. Yep. You're right. Up this way.
Invaders! Bare your fangs, Zitzat!
Ah, you made it. I have searched high and low, but I cannot find any sign of Zalnur or the Elders. It is also very, very quiet. That either means the Zitzat have fled, or they have gathered in great numbers to kill us all. I hope it is the second. I am filled with sap and fury.
Now! Kill them!
Another glorious victory. I just need a moment to gather my wits. And throw up. Keep looking for some. I will be right behind you.
Shit. I could tell that the one dude was gonna pull. What the fuck, yo? This I do not pull. I don't sneak this.
Claim their skins for Nakesh!
Stand back, or I will...
Smash the rat! Smash!
Where's the water? Where's the water? There it is. Come here.
You'll not be clean for long! See, down there breaks you.
Do I have it? Give me it. Alright.
One of the beasts is loose.
No. We got it.
Down there will spin again! You'll see!
One of the beasts broke free.
All fear down there!
I have to get it.
Die! Die! Die!
I'm slowing down. No, 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 no. Get it.
No! You die! You...
Let's go, let's
I
go.
had him by the short spine. Please, I just need. Your bones will make fine mortar.
I was blocking. Bullshit. Whatever. This is where I have problems because I'm colorblind.
The Sith son, do not suffer weakness. Drench the
Ah,
elders.
what is
Kill
that?
the invaders.
Oh, the monkey-looking one.
She means to twist us into monsters. Please, you must set us free.
I thought I was.
Delivery dude. No, it's not the delivery dude.
Thank you.
That's that one dude I just saw. Right. Nope. 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 Did I find him?
I am fine.
Oh, the shell. That's the leaf. That's the pen.
Too close.
Pen. never think I get these. I always anticipate like regular or whatever.
Father Root, Father Stone, grant me your strength. Dry-skinned savages, this city will be your grave. And reap the harvest. Beasts in amber, wake and remember. Rise, amber shade
You
of
die,
Zamor.
slave
Crush
star!
them! Take the staff and give in! Enough! Wave bombs and drag them to Sithis! No! You will feed the roots! You will!
It is time to make this witch pay. You attack from the right. I will late again. I erect the spine of
Chaos.
disappointment. So, this is the mad hist. By the egg. Do you see how it weeps and twists its roots? I hope the elders It appears that there is still the matter of the hist.
Alright.
Phew. That ladder was not kind to old knees. You have done well.
We've done well. Irish! Yo, I've worked today, brother. Oh shit, I did get my sheer venom though. Okay, nice. Sheer venom's a good set. It's an amazing set. I'll run it with venomous smite or deadly strikes. It's a damn good. Mad's a ton. Only time that dungeon becomes a pain in solo is mighty chewed on. Yeah, I could imagine that. That would be a pain. Yep, running a trolley bub. Nice, dude. I watched your video last night. I was like, dude, it's so, it's disgustingly like awesome. It's like, I swear, you take some like. I noticed you're a little squishy. So do you have defensive setup on that build? I'm wondering. That's the only thing I wondered. But I could see why you wouldn't. You wouldn't need it. You're dealing out so much damage on top of the procs. Get tons of cheesy kills. That's what I was just about to say. I love it. Funny, every time they use that boss in game, he has a water mechanic. Oh, got you. Yes, it does, Irish. Also, Deadly Strikes set also buffs Leeching Plate. Yeah, Deadly Strikes is pretty good. I tried Sheer Venom with Leeching, but it does not. Yeah, Leeching, what I want to do, stack Leeching with that blood set is what I want to do with a tank build. I think it'll be pretty gross. There's a bunch of shit. I got a top secret PvP build in the works. It will be on my Stamplar. It kind of reminisces from when I used to play Stamplar. And I'm not the strongest Stamp player. Everybody knows that. But I used to mow people over with Stamplar. I mean, literally mow them the fuck over. And I even have such a toxic build. So toxic. If I'm dealing damage, you ain't killing me. That's how toxic it is. So long as I'm dealing damage, I'm literally unkillable. That is going to be really nuts. Speaking of, it's going to be on this dude. It's going to be ridiculous, to say the least. It is going to be very, very, very toxic. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. It's going to be insanely toxic. Been watching everyone talking points on the new PTS notes about Crimson set. Oh, I haven't seen it. Will need vet City of Ash for my Sork at some point. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. We can get that in. My one dude wants to get it City of Ash. Maybe one or two. He's finishing off his DK. So, oh, my latency sucks bad. My latency is horrible right now. But, yeah. I mean, seriously, I was just like, whoa. There's a lot of things. There we go. It's fixed. But we're definitely going to be, like, and, you know, Brian, I think Brian kind of knows where I'm going at already, you know, and those guys over there. Because they are already starting to talk about nerfing a certain piece. But it doesn't matter. They'd almost have to get rid of it. They'd almost have to, like, get rid of it for it not to function in my setup. And it's going to be toxic. I'm taking these relic pieces, these mythics, not relics, these mythics, and I'm going to exploit them to their full potential. It's some of the builds I've got like mapped out are so fucking disgusting. They're so disgusting. They could nerf the relics to the ground. They could nerf them to the ground, and it won't matter. It's the combinations with the sets I'm going to be utilizing. So even if they nerf it by half, the functionality still predominant. You can't, like, literally, they can nerf that mythic. I'll be unkillable. I will be unkillable. As long as I'm dealing damage, I'm unkillable. The only time I'm killable is when I'm not dealing DPS. So if I'm like in between mobs, if I'm in battlegrounds and, you know, a Nightblade catches me while I'm not dealing damage, I'm hosed. But as long as I'm dealing damage, everybody's fucked. Everybody's fucked. And that's what I was like, it won't matter. Nothing will save your ass. Nothing. And I'm going to exploit it. I'm going to. I appreciate... Why? Well, that gaze of skimmish is sweet. Yeah. Set this. They're putting it under the health buff category. Got you.
You hadn't chosen to make it the subject.
Literally, I'm just gonna... I'm going to... I don't know this dungeon very well as a tank yet. So... hopefully they are very patient. I don't know who queued this. Why do people queue this shit? When I do new DLCs, I like doing them on normal, especially on tanks, because tanking I'm a little like, okay, here we go. I think this is my first time tanking this one.
Well,
I tanked the new one, new DLCs, so.
I could see why you applied so
Sork tank, I really loved what they've done. They've really worked Sork and, you know, up quite a bit, the stamp and the tank versions. You know, the healing, the little bit of what they did with the power surge, it's really good. So I really appreciate it as the healer, which was nice because, you know, I guess it stays true to the. Okay, this isn't the one I thought it was going to be. So I at least I don't feel too. I know most of these mechanics, at least.
I see you're torturers to dissect me, Warlock.
Sense bargain. We're not torturers. I've come to restore the balance here.
Am I to understand you're a follower of Zen? Return my freedom, and I will right the wrongs done here.
Unbind her, Corindan.
Unwise. I shall loosen my hold only.
Now for payment in kind. It's my turn to study your insides, Warlock.
What's the chances, right? Messed up in the one mechanic. Definitely gonna have to practice that a little bit more. And also, you know, maybe getting it, you know, a little bit more on the end, on the pole. You know, so timing that's gonna be, you know. I like the Sork's CC because it doesn't, even if it doesn't hit, the buff still applies. And given the critical buffs and the vitality, that's kind of, especially as a tank, that's kind of a necessity. So it's like a perk if it hits, but gonna definitely have to practice more as a tank. DPS, I always avoid the blue. Get the ads, lay down the AoEs. Tanking, I feel like I need a little bit more practice with positioning. Pulling, timing. My DPS actually rocked it out.
On my behalf, yeah?
I think we can skip
I can feel it.
the one for sure.
Seeping into everything.
Stop fighting my control, and I can more easily shield you from its influence.
One
And we can skip the next part too. Yep.
There. That writhing mass.
I think I just have to like debuff and keep everything off of the DPS.
Proximity is already beginning to taint.
Destroying it weakens Marcelot's hold. Destroy it! However you can.
I wasn't expecting that one.
like a...
Alright.
There you are, pet. I feared you lost.
I am not your pet.
I am no one's pet.
Lost plaything, but you could be so much more.
You'll pay dearly for all of this, dragon.
Yeah, dragon.
Protect Celine. We'll give her everything we have.
Yeah, dragon.
Irritating. Spiders changed. They begged to be crushed. I've had enough of nuisance.
You won't escape. I'll hunt you to the ends of the world.
I think we really hurt him. This crazy plan might actually work.
Your confidence is hard.
Just trying to keep the aggro off everything. The stranglers, I don't think I can pull. I can pull everything. There's certain things I can't, you know, pull with the silver leash. So I'm just gonna have to range pull, hold the block, make sure, you know, everybody, you know, doesn't get caught up or get mauled by those tigers. Tigers, I could pull, but I'm just kind of like pulling everything towards me. You know, that's basic tanking 101. You know.
Use this clip to root out the blight from the body. Quickly!
Who's got it? I don't think it's me. Not
His
me.
sickness takes root. Use my ward. Use the ward. Get that corruption out of you.
I'm trying. I know I'm very corrupted.
Thanks for freeing me. I need to wash off several times.
Am I sick? I don't think I'm sick. There's a fucking spider down here, yo.
This state is unmistakable. Wash it away.
I know, I'm trying.
You are lucky to be chosen.
Go, man.
The light has you. Close it quickly.
Can't thank you enough. That was fun.
They're like, oh yeah, like we think we forgot something. Think.
Thank you. And apologies for any harm I caused.
No.
Enough running, coward.
Yes. Welcome to my web, Spider Witch. I'll make you feel quite at home.
He's much stronger here. He's trying to wrest control of Celine.
Hurry! Finish this before Marsala corrupts anyone else.
Use my glyphs to purge the blight, just like before.
If you won't stop, I'll just have to bend your knees for you.
nothing corrupt. Oh, cool. Magica.
And we're all alive. Somehow. You all really pulled through for us. Even you, Corindon.
Did I not agree to lend you Celine's aid? I expect payment from your king promptly.
You don't speak for me, Oathbreaker. Your promises aren't worth the air you waste speaking them.
Hey, hey! Let's not sour our victory. I confess. Here.
Oathbreaker.
You've got what you wanted. Honor the pact and release me.
The Wood Elves made that foolish bargain. I never agreed to it.
He's a liar.
I'll kill you.
Again, you prove yourself too dangerous to let roam. Perhaps when you're tamed.
Corindon, no! I won't let you break our agreement.
He is
Go, you cad.
he is an asshole.
Run, Celine. Run!
Build fools! She's made you her puppets! Let me go!
You aren't going anywhere, Corindon. The Archmage wants a word with you.
That's right. Such an asshole. Poor Celine. She should get her revenge. And kill the bastard. Or, dude, what's up, man? Well, look what I stumbled into. What, dude, how you doing? How you doing, man? Later. Yeah, Corindon was so mean to Celine because, you know, there was a pact between the Mages Guild. And then, of course, in Celine's web, Corindon goes ahead. It's so bullshit, man. That dude was evil from the get. So I'm glad they brought her back. That's one thing I do like about when they bring the stories back. You know, and you get to see, you know, it took a couple years to see it, you know, kind of, you know, progress. But I hate Corindon. I would, like, when I did the quest for him, I'm like, this is bullshit. I don't want to be a part of this bullshit. You know? I mean, no matter how you feel about Celine, you know, she, you know, I mean, I think when she had those poor Bosner were like, yes. Yes.
You must know Shadowstooler has rejected
But
me.
seriously. Hell, there's people worshipping Daedric princes in this game. I think that's whack too. So, whatever. Anyways, moving on. Okay, what do we got? You know, I got to get the healers, but we'll I want to get footage with him. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'll start off with the healers. We'll follow up with some healing. How you been, Oren? How you been? I hope everything's good, brother. It's been a minute. We're playing catch up on the PC platform, dude. Oh god. I got so much. It's crazy, man. It is nuts. It is insane. Alright, so we're gonna drop yesterday's quest as usual because I'm doing randoms. I'm farming transmutation stones so I can get these builds out. How you doing, Leda? Hope you're having a good day today. I hope everybody's having a good day today. I'm hoping everybody's having a fantastic day.
How's those
Listen,
Alright. What do we got? We don't even know. Anyways, it doesn't matter because we're doing randoms for the win. Oh, randoms. Because there were 10 pop. We've already got 30. I started off with 2. Now we'll get 40, 50. I'll earn about 100 a day. And I need them. A lot. We're trying, man. We're trying. We're trying. We're trying. We're trying to nail all of these out. Ugh. 2 DLCs back to back, though. Got a skill point out of it, though. I shouldn't complain. Big news. Quit my job, so I'm in between jobs right now. Going back. Oh, hold on. Let me accept this. Alright. Going back to work for my old boss who's reopening. Oh, great. How's things on your end, my friend? You know, I'm back at ESO. I gave everybody, like, a choice. Like, of all the MMOs I had, well, a couple. Like, Black Desert, Final Fantasy. You know, I love Final Fantasy. ESO, DCUO. A bunch of games. Like, about 5 different games. Because I'm waiting for Crowfall. Crowfall looks decent. It looks promising. But it doesn't launch until end of August, I want to say. And I was like, what the flip am I going to do until then? You know, because when I go in, there's not a lot of people playing. And you know how that node system works. You got to have a group. Another DLC, go figure. And I was like, well, you know, I'm a sieger. You know, you are too. And I like ESO for sieging, but you know, here it kind of gets toxic where players are like, oh, you're a zergling. It's like, no, I PvP on a multiple faucets. I know that's insane for you to understand because you're a toxic troll, and you're an Xer who doesn't stream. Let me get this right. You don't stream, you hunt down clips. When you get the clip, then you upload it because you're playing on a server that usually has like some shit ass players, and then you can pwn them, you know. And then that's how it usually goes. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, but, you know, because I like sieging, man. We've sieged together multiple times. And, you know, the funny thing about it is a lot of players don't take sieging as, because, and then I do Battlegrounds, and of course I place, and they're like, oh, well, you are a decent and a good player. Well, yeah, and then they're like, oh, you know, like, I love it when they were like, I remember when I did this, and I'm like, you know, I was on a healer when you did that, right, too, and all this stuff, and, I'm not a dueler in this game, but, I do duel, but, actually, whatever, but you know, I've done multiple things. I like Battlegrounds, you know, I like playing Siege. You know, I like small group PvP. I've done individualized PvP, but you know, in this game, it's, you know, you got toxic shit. I'm like, you know, this is a siege engine. It came from like Dark Age of Camelot. You know what that is? I'm like, what's the castles for? What's the scoring for? I'm like, you guys, it's not the siegers that are toxic. It's you. This is designed for sieging. That's what it's designed for. If not, they would just have open world without any objective. Fuck. And that's one thing I'm looking forward to in Crowfall, is getting back into siege PvP. I like my small team PvP too. I like small group PvP. But, I mean, I can't. I literally tried to get a couple players, friends of mine, to play this. My one friend's playing it again, but a couple of my friends refused to play this, who were DOC players, because of the community.
Of course they have a troll.
And that was kind of unfortunate, because I can't talk them into it. I'm like, you know, it's exactly like DOC. They're like, yeah, except a lot more toxic, and we know how DOC can get toxic. So yeah, I'm totally not down. And I'm like, oh, that sucks. Well, how the fuck? How did that troll turn on me? I thought the tank had it. Oh, it's not the troll. happens. Okay. Anywho. But,
Get inside.
so, yeah. I'm looking forward to a siege. This got a great siege engine. It has amazing siege engine. I just, like, when I go back into Cyrodiil, of course I'll siege. I'll do Battlegrounds, though, because, you know, I play some BGs. And I love BGs, and it's not just, and I hope they come out with arenas in this, because I'd get involved in that too, which is pretty much a deathmatch. And I play deathmatch. I play all forms of PvP. I was a GM. I was a World of Warcraft Grand Marshal. That title is only applied to one person per week. That is not available to everybody in the game. And I was a Grand Marshal. I had my best in slot for PvP. And that and arenas. I was also an arena player. Rift, I was the top 10 in Rift PvP. I just like I can't. And then in Guild Wars, I placed once. Guild Wars was really competitive. That was really, really competitive. I mean, you know, oh boy. Guild Wars 1. Guild Wars 2, I just felt like it didn't hit it as well. I tried to get involved into that PvP, but I like the PvP in ESO. It just it has very little meaning because there's nothing. Like I want it to be more competitive. Like I want Battlegrounds to actually have, like, you know what I'm saying?
Everything we come across. I came here to study goblins, not slaughter
If
them.
you want to run on ahead and make a peace offering, be our guest.
Let's just take the soul gem and go.
Hold your horses.
Let's go.
The Raya also said we need to find an equilibrium sphere.
Yes.
Hey! You go ahead.
Chest. I don't need anything from here. I'm not really worried about it. I already check out dungeons before I fucking whatever. Of course. I thought it was going to be like that too. Dude, you gotta pay attention to the mechanics, bro. can say that. Oh, wrong mark. What the hell is that dude doing, man?
Hold up.
No, that way.
Cigarettes onto something.
Let's
There it goes again.
More DLCs, man. More DLCs.
The articulators are completely seized up. I can't get it moving again. But I might not have to.
Meaning?
Yeah.
If I can channel enough energy through the tonal emitter on its arm, it should...
All that stuff is dead.
Ranja has let your toy rat through this door. No need to thank her.
Was it listening to us? I didn't know it could do that. In any case, it must have detected something.
Okay, we found it. This is all 4 off. Don't mind me. We're gaining champion points. I don't know where the other deeps is, man. He found us. Okay. Try to get him after the mechanic ends. I don't think I'm going to be able to.
Supposed to find anything in all this mess.
That's the rat, goblin hunter. There! He's back to Thariah.
Okay.
We have your control.
Last boss, right? I believe.
Goblin in this place.
Blow up the door. Blow it. Blow it.
Everyone away from the door.
They're all like, no. We're standing in front of the door. Boom.
I'd like to see the light of Bravo do that.
It'd been funny if they'd actually get hit. Boom. Oh. Just? Sure. Why not? I could break down some shit. Whatever.
Seems that Wemmer didn't leave the rat stone unguarded.
Blech.
Not surprising. I trust you can handle it. Of course it wouldn't be that. Get ready. Disabling them is too complex to speak tongues on their own. You'll need to operate them manually. I'll guide you through it. There. Use the key to...
Look for an active magical antagonist. It'll be coursing with power. Hard to miss. Take it well to slant. Perfect. Follow the energy flow to any active purveyors and direct the energy. It worked.
Repeat the process on any remaining conveyors, and we may overload the defenses.
And there's where I get lost. There we go. You guys knew. We'll cut them some slack.
That's it. Something's happening. Get out of there, quick!
I had to learn it too. I was like, what the fuck? How do we do this? What is this?
Something
Fuck.
isn't right.
What?
Defenses are still active. Of course, it will be back.
Gotta get in. Don't have a choice.
Hold it off! I'll think of something.
Poor dude's dead. Yep. He's like, what happened? Where'd they go? Ow. You notice how everything in this game is like trying to kill you? Why? That's so mean, Zoss. I'm not gonna make it. They're gonna fry me. No! Somebody, what the hell, yo? Okay, we got it. Don't worry. I got you. These metal spindle things remind me of something too. A couple of things actually. Icy Conjure's Restoration Staff. Applying a minor debuff to your enemy summons a non-reflectable ice wraith. Will charge into your enemy dealing. You know, that actually might have a little bit of a purpose. That actually might serve a little function. Alright. Social group. Yo, dude. Final Fantasy 14 get another expansion, New World. I don't know about New World. Yo, Dave, what's up? What's going on? How you been, brother? How you doing, Dave? TBC Classic is coming. Yeah, you know, it'd be interesting. A lot of classics are being redone. You know, when they bring out the classics, I wish they would, you know, reanimate them. You know, bring up debuff is sweet. Ah, dude. It is competitive, bro. You fight and either you win or lose. Yeah. You know, I just wish that when they do classics, when they bring back the classics, they would, you know, give them a new graphics. Like, I could see a lot of classics MMOs being revitalized. Like, what's the one they did about a year ago? Flip. And they gave it a graphics lift. And it looks, Jesus, it looks really good. It looks really good. It's off the top of my head. Lord of the Rings. I think they did that with Lord of the Rings, if I'm not mistaken. And it looked really good. I was like, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. That actually looks really, really good. You know? I mean, I didn't jump in. I mean, Lord of the Rings, I tried to get in Lord of the Rings. I tried. I literally tried to get into Lord of the Rings. And I would like to see some MMOs just revitalized. My favorite is probably SWG. Because I was PvPer. I craft. Everything was so sandbox. Everything. You know, it base blows. I mean, it was just some of the funnest times of my MMO experience was that game. And, you know, I used to test for SOE. And on some projects. A couple projects. You know, but then they brought 30 of us into the NGE. And then we ended up, like, giving our feedback. And I was like, and no, everybody agreed. Everybody was on the conception. Devs can't say shit, though. That's their jobs, right? And fucking John, you know, and those guys, well, the corporate. I told him, I was like, man, listen, it's not about what you're planning on doing. You're taking the end game, which is PvP, and it's not working. So what is there for players to do? It's not about you taking the sandbox and trying to make it linear to appease Lucas Arts, because Knights of the Old Republic was rumored to be in production. So the license was on the line, right? It was the license. And I was like, so what we have a problem here, what we have the problem with is our end game is PvP. That's the whole premise is the Galactic Civil War. Right? It doesn't end. Everything we do, we harvest for gear. To replace gear. Crafters craft. Buffers buff. You know, healers heal. Combat, you know, medics. Well, combat medics heal. And then we got range. And then we have melee support. And getting a Jedi unlocked it took forever. Not everybody was flying around as Jedis. And then we had bounty hunters that, guess what, hunted down Jedi. So as soon as you unlock Jedi, now you're a living target at all times, right? You're a walking target. Why? Because during that time, any rogue Jedis were being hunted and exterminated. And that's what kept the game going. And it literally broke both the GCW, where we couldn't base blow. We couldn't blow. So points were like, everything was whacked. And then, of course, well, Mystic, you don't. I'm like, it's a fucking fail, dude. It's a fucking fail. And, of course, there was a big blow up online. Big blow up. And, yeah, I got really irate. Me and John got into it really bad. The crying is really going strong on the PTS. Yeah, with the trial sets. Seems someone was able to get 72k physical spell resistance and use the explosive rebug bomb. Yes, awesome. I swear I like what Brian and them do over there. Except sometimes they put something out like, this is going to be cool. This set's going to work cool. But they don't think about the combination system sometimes. And it gets really... No, I'm probably... Yeah. No, I know what you're saying. No. Yeah. And they're basically blowing the bomb, doing the heavy attack. Yeah. That set is sick. I love that set. So... New World, I don't know if I can get into. I mean, I like the sandbox MMOs. You know me, Warren, man. I really do. I really like my sandbox MMOs. That's why I like this game. It wasn't linear. It still has a theme park, element to it, but it's not the whole linear, setup. Which is, it's a nice change up, right? So I'm still working on. This Templar healer. Undaunted is 7. So once he gets 9, and I'm hoping by Tuesday or Wednesday I'll have him topped off. Once his Undaunted is we'll place him in the right gear, and then we'll be posting that. That's why the Necro's coming out before the Templar. I started Necro before Templar because I always do Templar healing. Like my Templar healing was my 3rd healer on PS4. And it was my last one on this because it's a great healer. It's a great healer. It just bores me. It's just like, because it's very effective. I like a little challenge, and I feel like the Templar doesn't sometimes give me that sometimes. Because one thing I always do on my Templars is, this is the one thing I always put on every one of my Templars: rapid regen. Without a doubt. I never stray from this without a Templar. Because Templar's burst heal is amazing. This heal is simply amazing, but one of the most expensive heals for the Templar. But, so, I'm needing a very strong hot. So I use rapid regen. I don't use the other one. Now, the other one I use on the Sork, because that one works out better for Sork healing. But rapid regen is amazing on Templar healers. Amazing. So... but once you put it on there, then you're just like, and then you add the fucking Radiant Ore. I mean, it's like a no-brainer, man. It is a no-brainer. A Templar healing, and then I'll sometimes switch between energy orbs and shards. So, I have my shards and my orbs, and I got to get the rest of my passives. Ritual Retribution, my cleanse. So, I don't know how the fuck, when I look at this setup, I often ask myself, where the fuck are these Templars slotting another utility without giving up something? Because I'm not going to give up my buff, I'm not going to give up my springs, I'm not going to give up my hot, I'm not going to give up my burst, I'm not going to give up, my cleanse, I'm not giving up one of my utilities, they have 2. I'm not giving up my wall because that throws off balance. And this is where I find them doing it. They get rid of Purifying Light. And then they don't even use Radiant Ore. They slot Ellie Drain. That's a fuck up. Radiant Ore applies magic steel to all enemies. To all. To all. Weakness to elements, which is Ellie Drain, when you morph it, applies to single. So I have to keep hitting them individually when I could just hit everybody with one click. That makes no sense to me. It makes none. If you don't agree, please speak up. Please voice your opinion. But Purifying Light is a must. It's a must. Why? Because of this buff. If you aren't applying that, you're not giving your mag DPS 20% or 10% increased damage. They're losing damage when you don't utilize it. Plus, it drops a hot, yes, a hot on the tank. Now, it's a very small hot, but it's still significant. It still attaches a healing effect. So it's a damage modifier, because I use the retribution. I don't use the other one because this deals damage. That's the only reason. I like this one. You can use the other one. I prefer this one because I know I'm going to hit Purifying Light. So I use Retribution, I use Unstable Wall of Storms, and I use Purifying Light, and then I weave, right, with Lightning Staff. Then that blows, and then boom, there's another heal. Everybody still gets their buffs. I'm being productive. So, and then I usually use the shards for damage too. So, it's hard enough for tanks to get high weapon damage on buff, meaning that's 5.4k weapon damage as a starting point for proc sets. Dude, I'm serious. Like, I don't know what Brian and them, you know, I love Brian and all those guys over there. I really do. I really, really honestly do. I honestly have nothing but respect for what they do and how the team functions. My only thing about it is, and I always say this, is sometimes I don't think they are understanding what they're doing. Like the scaling system to do it off of weapon and spell damage is not really that of a great idea, to be honest, because the scaling factor for those modifiers is so much easier. I mean, honestly, to be honest with you, how I would approach this is literally just your between the two, you know. I would actually, you know, cut it down the middle. It scales between your max pool of magicka or stamina and your weapon or spell. What ends up happening is so it doesn't overstack one effect. Because what you end up seeing in the character sheet, look, let me explain this. Everybody has to have resources. But scaling in this game, when you have people like me know how to scale effectively due to passives and set bonuses and modifiers like Inner Light, Mages, Bound Aegis. When you have people who know how to scale correctly, right, and then add weapon modifiers, what you end up doing is people are going in PvP are going to get defensive and still be able to scale correctly, right? So what that does is just amplify the effect. So now you've made it even more toxic. You just pour gasoline on your scenario. By splitting the two, right, between the two, they can't overpower one or the other. The ideal way to maximize or to keep it, you know, without debuffing it or minimizing the proc's effect is stabilizing their stat sheet. So now you can't, as a player, yes, you're going to have a proc, but if you don't split your stats, you're going to lose. And then you make for a more balanced PvP experience because players are overstacking stats because they want to keep their procs in check. That's how you keep it in check. You split it between the two. You split the scale from both stat pools. You know, as far as coding, that's a lot. It's not as easy to do that, right? To get it to regulate it. I mean, I'm sure they can do it, you know, but I mean, it's easier just to say we're going to scale it off of magicka, or we're going to scale it off stamina, or we're going to scale it off of spell and weapon damage. We're going to scale it that way instead of like what, finessing between the two stat pools. But when they do that, it keeps everything in check so players aren't overstacking their stats and then boosting up their proc sets. Yeah, all true. Yeah. and then they're basing they're procking up insane amount of stat pools. I don't know why Brian he knows that. He's been in this industry for a long time, man. He knows. I just don't. I think he doesn't think like a lot of players would figure that out, and that's not the case, because then you have a player like me who I'm going to be like, well, shit, I'm going to teach you guys how to stack it. I'm going to teach you guys how to maximize this and even make it even more ridiculous and still have defense. And then all of a sudden it's like, well, that didn't work out. Well, duh. I mean, come on, man. Let's get a little realistic. You know? Come on. You can't keep the scaling system is not to the benefit of the game. It's actually its detrimental element. It's actually one of its flaws, because the diminishing effects are applied to percentage-based investments, but the scaling is not is a factor to percentage gain. Meaning there is, because there's no cap, right? Because of diminishing value, you can scale so fucking high until with the available values that's presented. So for everything that they present in value, a percentage modifier can be applied. And with that being said, that's why I never, unless I'm intentionally building something for critical purposes, which one build I'm going to, I never go crit in PvP. I've never built crit in PvP. Any hardcore PvPer that is old school would tell anybody, number one rule, don't build crit. Because what's the first thing that every MMO company puts out? Critical resistance. ZOS isn't the first to have, a critical resistance in PvP. That's what they all do. All of them. So guess what hardcore PvPers do? Build up base. Base damage always has ruled the roost in PvP. Always. It has always ruled the roost. That's why I can't take a lot of content creators serious who are like, oh, I'm such a hardcore PvP. You're playing scrubs. You're playing shitheads that don't know how to scale, and they're building, for crit. Unless the set has a critical value, or I need an effect from a critical value, I avoid crit. Most of my builds, about 70%, 75, go without a crits. Why? Because my base damage just hits like a fucking freight train. That's why I'm able to pull 1 million DPS or something in PvP. And anybody who does, I'll tell you first thing, they're not building crit. They don't. We're not getting 1 million DPS in BGs because we have crit. It's all base. It's all about that base. About that base. No trouble. Yuppers. Same boat for me with tanks, right? Anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to take a break. Then I'm going to get some more dailies in and get some stuff going on. But, yeah, no, I think Brian and them should reevaluate the idea. What they're trying to do is a good thing in a way, but it's not the remedy. It's not the appropriate remedy. It's just not. And Brian, I'm not trying to mean disrespect, man. I mean no disrespect, brother. I'm just saying that's more of a problematic scenario once people figure it out than what you currently have. So, just saying. Anyways, man, thank you guys for stopping in, everybody. I love you guys so much. As always, I'm Mr. Craven. This is Mystic's MMOs. Peace.